Okay, is everyone ready? Smile, everyone.
I think I blinked.
Oh, David.
Sorry.
We have to do it again. Okay. Everyone get ready. Here we go. Smile again. Oh, Mary, that was good.
Gotta go to the bathroom.
I think that was the best one.
Here we go. Is that the last one?
That is the last one. I promise. Hello? Yes, this is Ellen. Oh, hi, Mary. Thanks for calling me back. Yes, everything's fine. I just wanted to change the delivery time for the wedding arrangements. Can you deliver the flowers at 6 instead of 5? I don't want them to be wilted, when the ceremony begins. Oh, thank you. That'll make such a difference. Yes, it's the last one. It's hard to believe. After Friday, all 3 of our girls will be on their own. Yes, it's strange to think about living in this house with no children in it. Oh, you're right. Tahiti would be a nice place to reflect upon it. Help me convince Jonathan after the wedding. You're coming, aren't you? Oh, good. Well, I'll see you there. Thanks, Mary. Bye. Jonathan, you better hurry up. You'll be late.
Okay, dear, I'm coming. Oh, I'm running late. Listen, I'll call you from the office to find out what I need to do on the way home. Don't forget I'm taking the afternoon off today. What are you doing? Looking at those pictures again? You know how you get wrapped up in those things? You won't get a thing accomplished today.
I know, but I can't help it. Our lives are in these boxes.
In here? Been looking all over for my life. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Stop making fun of me. You know what I mean.
I know, but I also know how wrapped up you get in those pictures. Do you think there might be some room in that box for some pictures of just you and me? Otherwise, I may have to buy a new pair of loafers.
Loafers? Why?
For another box for pictures.
Oh.
No, I'm running late. Do these letters have to be mailed?
Oh, no, that's just more mail for the bakers down the street. It's hard enough that the only difference between their address and ours is that they live on 46th. We live on 46th Avenue, and see, they live on 46th Street. But now the postman can't seem to tell the difference between Baker and Baxter. Oh, and they have a daughter who's getting married, too.
Oh, how do you know?
Eileen told me the other day when I took her mail to her. We've become pretty good friends.
Here's one for me.
Did you hear what I just said? I said Eileen and I have become pretty good friends.
Oh, that's nice.
Next week, we're going to get identical hairdos. And then we're going to change places and see how long it takes our husbands to notice.
Sounds like a pretty good idea. I could use a change of pace.
Oh, you're incorrigible.
That's what you love about me.
Yes.
Call you from the office. Oh, I almost forgot. The caterers are coming by today to drop off the champagne. Just tell them to put it anywhere, and I'll put it up when I get home.
Wait a minute. You know no one in our family drinks.
I know, but it's that new non-alcoholic stuff that Cynthia ordered for the reception dinner. I asked her if it was necessary, and you know how she can be.
Oh, yes, I do. Just like her father.
Well, I seem to think it takes 2 chromosomes, dear. I'll call you later.
Mom, I need your help. Which of these 2 colors do you like for the reception dinner tablecloths? The caterer said we could have either one.
You're asking my opinion? You've never liked my opinion when it came to color coordination. Weren't you the one who said that a person could successfully wear wear pink and green together if they did it correctly, and then you designed a dress and home ec to prove the point.
Well, I was right, wasn't I? I did it, nobody laughed, and I even got an A.
I will never figure that one out. I still believe your teacher was colorblind. I like the maroon.
Thought so. I'll use the pink one then. With green placemats. I'm just kidding. You were always such a pigeon. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just looking at all these old snapshots. Your father says I spend too much time with them.
Oh, and what would he know? He's only lived with you for 25 years.
Oh, and that makes him an expert. As if anybody could understand me in 25 years.
Ooh. Careful, Mom. That makes you sound kind of weird.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. But as your father just reminded me, dear, you got half of your genes from me.
I know. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. Do you suppose I should rule out having babies?
You could always adopt. Cynthia, come here a minute. Kathleen called late last night while you were in bed.
Really? When will she be in? Oh, I can't wait to see her.
She's not coming. They can't make it. Something about Cliff. They can't come.
Can't come? Kathleen's in my wedding party. Why isn't my own sister coming to my wedding?
I'm not sure. It's something about Cliff. He decided he couldn't come, and you know how Kathleen feels about driving on the road by herself.
But Mom, it's only 7 hours.
That's like 7 days to Kathleen. She wanted to come, honey. She was really hurt that Cliff wouldn't drive her. So she's going to call you later this evening, and promise me you won't be hard on her.
Oh, Mom, I'm not mad at her. I'm just disappointed. I wanted everyone to be together for the wedding. Kathleen came to Joanna's wedding. Why can't she come to mine?
I know. But if you will recall, it was like a war zone the week of Joanna's wedding. Kathleen and Cliff were here, but they barely spoke to each other.
Oh, they spoke to each other all right. My room was right next door to theirs. They kept me up half the night with their arguments.
Cynthia, you never said anything.
Well, what was I going to say? I just sort of figured it wasn't my business. That must be Joanna. Come on in, Goofy. The door's open.
Hey, sis, ready to go?
Yep. Joe, which of these 2 colors do you like for the reception dinner tablecloths? Maroon or pink?
Pink with green placemats.
What is it with you two? Telepathy? All right, tell me where you're off to today.
Well, Cynthia's going with me to the doctor's office. They're supposed to do another ultrasound to see if the baby's turned yet, and she wanted to see the pictures.
Well, what does the doctor say?
Well, he's a little concerned that I'm a week late, but because the baby wasn't turned last week, he thinks it's just a timing thing. So he'll feel a lot better about the delivery if it's turned this week.
Yeah, Mom. Now it's a race to see which happens first, Joe's baby or my wedding. I'm going to see if I can bribe the doctor into waiting till after Friday.
Well, I don't think it's the doctor you need to be talking to, honey. It's Junior here. Sometimes the first one is more complicated.
Oh, I know, Mom, but I'm not worried. David and I have prayed, and we both just believe that everything is going to be perfect. When the time comes, the baby will turn, and I'll have it naturally, just like we prayed.
Good for you. But what does David think about all this?
Oh, he's taking it just great. In fact, we made the last payment to the hospital yesterday. Now when I go in, I can have the baby, stay a couple of days, and leave without owing anything to anyone. What a relief that'll be.
Well, if you need anything at all, please call us.
Oh, I will, Mom. Thanks.
Oh, Mom, did Dad tell you about the champagne?
Yes, he did.
Champagne?
It's not real champagne, Joe. It just tastes like it. It's really cool. All my friends just love it. We found it at Mason's, and they're supposed to deliver it today.
Oh, boy. Sounds different.
It is. We can try some when we get back. But come on. We're going to stop by the caterers afterwards and get those green placemats on order.
Well, listen. Let me tell you, when everyone needs to leave the dinner early because they have a headache from eye strain and non-alcoholic champagne, don't say I didn't warn you.
Really, Mom? You're so literal. Come on, Joe. Maybe they'll have a nice purple.
Or Dayglow red. That's always nice.
Kathleen, Joanna, Cynthia, come here. I want to take your snapshot.
Mama, have you ever heard the story about Jesus at the hot tub?
Jesus at the hot tub? What story was that?
Oh, Oh, you know, the one where Jesus, he went to exercise at the health spa.
The health spa?
Yeah, and there was a man there with a broken leg. And see, every time they would turn the hot tub on, everyone would get in first because he couldn't move fast with his broken leg.
Hot tub was too full, right?
Yeah. Well, and then Jesus came, and see, he asked him what was wrong, and he told him, and then Jesus said for him to be healed, and he was. Well, and then he didn't have to work out at the spa anymore, because you see, when Jesus heals you, he does it right.
Now, who told you this story?
Daddy did.
Your father told you this story?
Yes, well, most of it. I forgot parts of it, so I just made some stuff
Yes,
up.
well, that explains a lot. Where are your sisters? Kathleen!
Coming, Mother!
Cynthia, where are you?
I'm in here.
Cynthia! What are you doing in the closet?
Playing hat check?
Hat check, huh? Well, how's business?
Terrible.
Good, then you can close up shop and come get your picture taken. Kathleen, where are you?
I'm here, Mom.
Oh, good.
I was just getting my
Wait
gloves.
a minute, let me picture that.
Kathleen, those are my gloves.
They are not.
They are too. You lost yours. Those are mine.
They are not.
They are too. Give it back. You lost yours.
How do you know? These could be mine. How do you know I didn't lose yours?
Those are mine. Give it back. Stop.
Okay, Kathleen, give your sister her gloves. And girls, don't get dirty. I want to take your snapshot. Kathleen, did you bring the camera?
Yes, Mother.
Thank you. Now you go stand in the middle. You're the oldest.
Mom, she always gets to stand in the middle. I want to stand in the middle.
A picture always looks better if the oldest is standing in the middle, Joanna.
You always say that. One of these days, I'm going to be the oldest and I'm going to stand in the middle.
Okay, sweetheart. When you're the oldest, you can stand in the middle. Cynthia, what is that in your hands?
Mom, can Bartholomew be in the picture?
Oh, Cynthia, you didn't bring your turtle down in your brand new dress, did you?
It's okay, Mom. I washed him off while I was taking you back. See? It's all clean. He wants to be in the picture too, Mom. He told me.
Oh, don't be silly, Cynthia. You know Bartholomew can't talk.
He can so.
Then how come I've never heard him talk to me, huh?
Because he doesn't like you, that's why. He still remembers the time you said you were going to flush him down the toilet. Turtles, don't forget.
That's elephants, don't forget, dopey.
Mom, can Bartholomew be in the picture?
No, this picture is from me, and I just want the three of you in it. No Bartholomew.
But Mom, Bartholomew wants to be in the picture. If Bartholomew gets to be in the picture, I get to stand in the middle.
Mom said it. I can stand in the middle.
That's enough. I have an idea. We'll take the first picture my way, and then the second picture, Joanna, you can stand in the middle, and you can hold Bartholomew. Okay. All right, line up straight. Say cheese.
Cheese.
There. Okay, now Joanna, you can stand in the middle, and you can hold Bartholomew. Are you ready? There. I do believe your pose was the best one after all. Here, Kathleen, take the camera inside. I'll be there in a minute.
Morning, ma'am. We're from Mason. We got a delivery here for you. Bubbly for a wedding. Looks like it was ordered by Cynthia Baxter.
Bubbly? Oh yes, she told me about it. Just bring it in and set it anywhere.
This is the place, Charlene. Bring it on in.
That's the phone. Why don't you just set it down over there? I'll get it in the kitchen out of your way.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm gonna need your signature here. You can get signed now. We can let ourselves out.
Oh, thank you.
Sure. Where you want this, Harriet? Sit on over there. Miss said she'd move it later, but we got to check the box for damages. Okay. But I get to play foreman at the next house. That's it. A dozen bottles. All we got left in the truck is a box of that non-alcoholic stuff. Where's that going anyway? Well, let's see. Well, that's going over to the Bakers on 46th Place. Looks like they're having the wedding too. But why would anybody want that non-alcoholic stuff at a wedding? I don't know. Maybe all the guests are designated drivers. Come on, let's go, Darlene. You know, I just love weddings. They're so economical. Economical? How do you figure, Harriet? Well, think about it, Charlene. A man and a woman get married. They go on a honeymoon. Then 9 months later, they have themselves a tax deduction. You get it, Charlene? Tax deduction? I get it. Give me that clipboard. Stop. What do you want to be the foreman for?
Oh, no. Those can't stay there. Well, maybe I can move them myself. Oh, maybe not. Oh, I should have had those delivery people put it in the closet. Wait a minute. If I do this. Boy, this stuff really looks like the real thing. What would you know about the real thing? Let's see, the closest you've come to the real thing is the cooking sherry on aisle 7 at Supermart. I wonder why Cynthia ordered so much of this stuff. Oh well, if there's any left over, we can always use it on the boat. I christen thee the USS Loan Payment. Well, I better not invite dent the boat. Might sink the boat. Wonder what this stuff tastes like. Oh. Ooh. Oh! Gosh. All right, Ellen, do you need a glass? Nah. You old lush, be a woman. Take a swig. Ah! Yuck! Tastes like spit. Maybe it needs ice. Tastes like cold spit. You know, if the non-alcoholic stuff tastes like this, I wonder what the real stuff tastes like. Oh, the dryer. I almost forgot. Stuff kind of grows on you.
Joanna, it's not that bad. A lot can happen in the next few days.
I know, I was just hoping it would have turned by now. It was supposed to have turned by now.
Things happen faster when you're this far along. If this is the only complication, then everything's gonna be fine.
Yes, but if the baby doesn't turn, I'll have to have a cesarean. I don't want an operation. I want to have my baby naturally. Oh, I've been going to Lama's class every Thursday. I've been practicing my breathing so much, David says I'm beginning to look like a goldfish.
Joe, don't you think you're overreacting just a little?
Oh, well, yeah, that's easy for you to say. Your stomach's not the first thing people see when you go around a corner. I started buying my underwear at the A110 store.
Joe, you look wonderful. You're pregnant. Everyone looks big when they're pregnant.
I don't just look big, sis. I look huge. You know those 2 moles on my abdomen?
Yeah?
Well, you know, when I stand in front of a mirror with those 2 moles in my navel, my stomach can pass for a bowling ball.
I can't believe you. I have never heard you act like this before in my life. What happened to that self-assured, confident Joanna that I know?
Oh, I don't know, sis. I just haven't been myself lately. I really miss me.
Well, introduce yourself to you again and pull the 2 of you together. You're doing great. The baby will be here on time and you'll do fine. There's still plenty of time for the baby to turn. So stop torturing yourself about it. Now, come on in the study. I want to show you the silverware patterns that Benji and I
Ooh, that sounds like fun. Where'd you register?
Masons, and they had the most darling china settings too. What do you see?
Ew, what was that?
That's Mom's new dryer. Doesn't it sound awful? Well, come on and stay. Mom will get it. Upstairs to my room. Let's go check.
Okay, but slow down. I'm climbing for 2 now, okay?
Well, let's see. I christen thee USS your manners. You need a glass.
You're gonna just love these patterns, Joe. We had a hard time. What happened here?
I don't know. Oh, what are these?
Mom got those for Dad for Valentine's Day as a gag gift. You should have seen the look on his face when he opened them. It was classic.
Oh, does he ever wear them?
Nah, they're just for laughs. Mom!
Well, then what are they doing in the wash?
Mom! Come on, Joe. We'll get to the bottom of this.
Hold it, Cynthia. If I go up those stairs one more time, I will go into labor right here. Here, give me those patterns. You go upstairs and get Mom and bring her back down here and we'll razz her together, okay?
Deal. She's not up here. Let's check the washroom, Joe. Come on.
Oh, honestly, Cynthia. shoes.
couple of hours. What are you acting like this for? What are these bottles?
Spit. Mason's delivered them this morning. Oh, give me a kiss.
Oh, Ellen, what's going on? Give me these bottles.
What? You're more interested in old spit bottles than you are me. I knew this day would come. The honeymoon is over.
Ellen, this is real champagne. You've been drinking real champagne. Ellen, this is real champagne. Ellen, you're drunk.
I am not drunk. I'm lonely.
Oh, your mother got a hold of a bottle of champagne. She's dead drunk.
Drunk? Mom doesn't even drink.
I know. The delivery people deliver the real champagne instead of Cynthia's non-alcoholic stuff. She drank the whole bottle.
Mom, are you okay? How did she manage to drink a whole bottle? Mom?
Oh, what? It's your cute little lovey-dovey underpants. Put 'em on. The children have their own husbands. Let them get their own underpants. Except for Cynthia. She has to wait till Friday.
Dad, I think just about any time you're going to have to let Mom lie down.
You're right. This can get in a room.
Oh, Jonathan. You animal.
Do you know what's funny about this? Mom isn't going to remember any of this in the morning. She won't have to. Dad will remember it forever.
Hi there, sis. Oh, I heard you might have an extra space in your wedding party, so I thought if the pay was good, I'd apply.
Oh, it's so good to see you. The pay's out lousy, but you get room and board. Are you staying?
What do you mean, am I staying? I came all this way to be in your wedding. What do you think? I'm gonna go visit the zoo and then go home? Hey, let me see the pregnant woman over here. Oh, my Jill, how you've grown.
Oh, watch it, Kathleen, or I'll pull out those pictures that Mom took of you when you were in labor.
You look lovely, my dear. You have such a glow. Hey, where's Mom and Dad?
They're upstairs. Dad will be down in a minute and Mom's asleep, but come on, sit down. Mom said you weren't coming. Where's Cliff?
He's at home. He didn't come.
He didn't come. Did you drive all this way by yourself?
Drive? You know I can't bear to drive long distances by myself. I flew.
You flew? How could you afford that? Why didn't Cliff want to come?
Oh, how should I know?
For the last 3 weeks, every time this trip has come up, it's ended in an argument, so I finally stopped talking to him about it. And on Friday, when I was packing our things, he said we weren't going. You can imagine the fight that started. Cliff never was one to hold anything back.
Well, I've never known you to be afraid of speaking up either, Kat.
You know, it's funny though, Joe. Most of the time when we argue, I can pretty much tell where he's coming from, but no, this time he didn't give me any good reason why he didn't want to come.
So how did you get him to agree to let you fly?
I didn't. After I called Mom, I decided it was stupid to miss my own sister's wedding. So this morning I just took the credit card and left.
Kathleen, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Well, he wasn't being fair. If he could have given me any good reason why we shouldn't be here, I would have stayed home. I wouldn't have liked it, but I would have stayed. Oh, as it is, if he and Nathan need anything, his parents are close by.
I don't know, Kat. It sounds to me like you're asking for trouble.
Well, I'll deal with that when I get home. But right now, it's just the three of us. For one last fling before Cynthia loses her identity to another mindless, testosterone-driven male in that institution of slavery called marriage. You still have time to back out, sis.
Not a chance. I'm looking forward to slavery.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you.
Fine, I'll consider myself warned. I'm going to the kitchen to get some Clearly Canadian. Do you guys want one?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Clearly Canadian. Well, la-dee-da. Whose idea was that?
Mine. I found it at the store last week.
My, we've certainly come a long way from cherry Slurpees, haven't we?
You are so bad. It is so good to have you home.
It's good to be home again. Your stomach could pass for a bowling ball. Did you know that?
All right, that's it. Those pictures are coming out after dinner.
Fine with me.
Okay, is everybody ready? Joanna, do you have the blood? Check. Okay, give us each a handful. Good. Now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kathleen.
I, Joanna. I, Kathleen.
You're supposed to say your own name, silly.
Oh, I, Cynthia.
Do solemnly swear.
Do solemnly swear.
To remain true sisters.
To remain true sisters.
To never snitch.
To never snitch.
Even if it means getting in trouble.
Even if it means getting into trouble.
No matter what happens.
No matter what happens.
For the rest of our lives, forever and ever, amen.
For the rest of our lives, forever and ever, amen.
Okay, now spit. Do we have to spit? Do you want to take the sister's oath?
I guess so.
Then spit. There. Now we're blood sisters forever.
But I thought we were blood sisters before.
Well, we were. This just makes it official. Cynthia, do you have the treasury?
Yes. $1.57.
Good. Now let's go to the store and get something. What do we get?
Slurpees.
Slurpees?
Yes. Cherry ones. Ooh, I like Slurpees.
Okay then, cherry Slurpees. Let's go.
You okay?
No. Call the coroner, I'm dead.
How do you know?
Because no living person could possibly feel this bad and survive. Call the coroner. If I'm not dead yet, I will be shortly.
I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. First of all, you're not dead.
So what's the good news?
That was the good news.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. I'm going to go to the kitchen and get you some tomato juice.
First, tell me the good news.
Okay. Your condition is only temporary.
I am going to die.
You're not
That's
going.
good news.
You're not going to die.
Oh, that's bad news.
Just sit here. I'll be right back.
Oh, dear. Oh, God, help me. Hello? Oh, hi, Joanna. Oh, I'm fine. At least your father says I'm going to live. What? Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed the show. The last thing I remember, let's see. I remember going upstairs to fold some clothes. Everything else is a blur. Oh, but it was the strangest thing. I had this dream. I was on an ocean liner and I was a hat check girl. And I woke up clutching a pair of your father's underwear in my hands. You think there's any significance in that? Oh, thanks, Joanna. That's fine coming from my own daughter. Did you just call to harass your dying mother? No, they're not up yet. They probably will be by the time you're here. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
Who was that?
Joanna. She was just calling to check on her sisters and to embarrass me just a little bit more. Oh, Jonathan. How did I get a hold of real champagne?
The delivery people must have delivered the real champagne instead of Cynthia's non-alcoholic stuff. I'm sorry, dear.
Well, it's not your fault. I should have suspected something. Those delivery people didn't act too smart.
Rest assured today I'll call Mason's and register a complaint.
Okay.
Here, drink your tomato juice.
All right. Oh, gosh, this is terrible. Is this really supposed to help?
I don't know. They always drink it in the movies.
They always have more than 6 shots in a 6-shooter, too, honey. I appreciate the effort, but I think I'll just go upstairs and lie down. Wake me on Tuesday. You know, I can't for the life of me figure out what I'm doing with these.
I'll take those. Go ahead and get your rest. It's a long story.
Oh, could you do one more thing for me?
What's that?
Disconnect every bell in this house. The ones in my head are all that I can handle.
Okay, dear. I'll see what I can do.
You're so good to me.
Oh, hello, Cliff. Come on in.
Is Kathleen here?
Yeah, she's upstairs in Cynthia's room sleeping.
Do you think you could wake her up for me, please?
Sure. Go ahead and make yourself at home. I'll go get her.
Thanks. Hello, Kathleen.
Hi, Cliff. What are you doing here? I thought you weren't coming. Where's Nathan?
I left with Mom for the day. I thought I made it clear that we weren't coming. I should be the one asking you what you're doing here.
It's my sister's wedding, Cliff. I'm in the wedding party. We've known about this for 6 months.
So now you just ignore what I say and go off and do what you want?
No, Cliff. I don't ignore you. You ignore me. I've tried to talk to you about this and you wouldn't listen.
I said we weren't coming. That should be good enough for you and your sister.
Well, it's not good enough. You can't just throw your weight around and ruin other people's lives because you've got to burn your backside about something. In case you haven't noticed, the world doesn't revolve around you, big shot.
Yeah, well, I don't care about the rest of the world.
Yeah, boy.
You're my wife and you'll do what I say.
Give me a reason.
What?
Give me a reason. Tell me why we shouldn't be here. Tell me how I'm doing anything wrong by celebrating the happiest day of my sister's life, but it better be good, Cliff. Because this is far too important for me to be mowed down by some stupid excuse from you, just so you wouldn't have to come and be with my family.
Are you calling me stupid?
No. She sure acts stupid. Like right now. You wouldn't bring me to my own sister's wedding, so I decided to come by myself and save you the trouble.
Yeah. Well, that's about all you saved. How much did the plane ticket cost anyway?
$276 round trip.
$276? How are we supposed to pay for that?
We don't have to. I charged it.
Oh, okay. So now they don't make you pay credit card bills when it's a plane ticket for your sister's wedding, huh?
We can pay it out a little at a time, Cliff. Besides, you know I can't drive long distances by myself. What did you expect me to do? Be terrified on the road for 7 hours in that old Camaro of yours?
I expect you to obey my wishes and leave my Camaro out of this. It's a classic car. I spent 7 straight hours on the road and without a single problem. I spent a lot less than $276 on gas. Well, we can still save some money on airfare. Get your bags. I promised Mom we'd be home by 8.
You're not serious.
What do you mean? Of course I'm serious.
You have got to be the most hard-headed, cruel, self-centered man I've ever met.
I'm self-centered. You spent $276 this family doesn't have to fly to a stupid wedding. A wedding that I said we weren't coming to in the first place, and I'm the one that's self-centered? Why didn't you just send your sister a toaster in the mail? It would have been a whole lot cheaper.
Oh, that does it. I wouldn't leave with you now if my life depended on it. Get back in your precious Camaro and drive yourself home right now. And if my sister can forgive me for being married to the world's biggest jerk, I'll be in her wedding. And since I have the credit card anyway, I just might buy her that toaster and everything else that's on her gift list.
Kathy, I didn't mean for her to hear that.
Yeah, well, she did, didn't she? That must be why I fell in love with you. You've always had such a way with words. Go on. Hop out the door while you still have only 1 foot in your mouth.
When will you be home?
I don't know. I may just charge another plane ticket for Nathan and stay here with him.
Kathy, I didn't really mean to hurt her.
Go on, Cliff. I'll call you tomorrow.
Kathy,
Bye, Cliff.
Kathleen, Cynthia's upstairs in a room crying. Is something wrong?
I know, Daddy. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Maybe I shouldn't have come.
Don't be silly, Kathleen. You know how important it is to Cynthia that you and Cliff be here for the wedding? Where is Cliff anyway? Is everything all right with you two?
Yeah, well, I sent him back home. After being verbally blindsided by my wonderful husband, maybe Cynthia's changed her mind about me being here. Better go up and see if I can do anything.
Well, hello, Cliff. Kathleen just sent you a letter.
Not yet. Could I see her for a minute?
Kathleen, it's Cliff.
I have nothing to say. Tell him to leave.
I don't think she wants to talk to you right now, Cliff. Maybe it would be better for you to leave and then come back a little bit later.
That's just it. I can't. My car won't start. It's dead in your yard.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. I think it's a starter, but I can't be sure.
Well, let's go take a look at it.
You, sir?
Well, sure, why not me?
Well, I wouldn't want to trouble you, and it's
No trouble. When I was in high school, I rebuilt the 57 Chevy Bel Air Auto Shop. I still know a few things about cars.
You had a 57 Bel Air?
Oh, yeah. When I finished rebuilding that thing, it was cherry. Sometimes I wonder if that's the only reason why Kathleen's mom ever went out with me. She loved riding in cars. Let's go take a look at yours.
All right.
Cynthia, Kath, come on, you guys, let's go. Oh, hi, Dad. Hi, Cliff. I thought you were coming. Come on, you guys. We're running. Come on, let's go. Where's Mom?
Oh, she's upstairs drinking her tomato juice.
Ugh, the way she feels. Gosh, whose idea was that?
Doesn't anybody watch the movies around here? Did David come?
Oh, yeah, he's outside in the car. He wasn't really all that interested in coming with me, so if you give him half an excuse, he'd stay here.
Let's go, Cliff. David's an automotive genius.
Doesn't anyone care that there is a very pregnant woman down here?
Oh, breathe, Joe, and give the rest of us a break.
Is Cliff still here? Yeah, he's outside in the yard with David and Dad. Kathleen, what's going on?
He's working on that stupid car again. I can't believe he drove that thing all the way down here. He'll serve him right if it falls apart on him on the way back.
Kathleen, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. My wonderful husband, my knight in shining armor, just skewered my baby sister on his lance.
Are you two doing all right?
Define what you mean by all right. We live together. He doesn't hit me, but we fight constantly. Especially every time we try to come and visit Mom and Dad. That's why we don't come here more than once a year. I can't stand the stress.
What do you two fight about?
Nothing. Everything. Nothing in particular and everything in general. All I have to do is just mention coming to visit here, and it's like this cloud forms over Cliff, and it doesn't go away until we're back home again. I wish I knew why he disliked coming to visit so much.
Have you two tried any kind of...
Counseling? Are you kidding? Cliff goes to church with me once a month, tops. He doesn't respond too well to that kind of thing.
But you two met in our youth group here. Why doesn't he like to go to church now?
Ask him. He won't talk to me. He says I'm nagging him about it, so I just go by myself most of the time.
Oh, thank the Lord David's not that way. He wouldn't miss a service. In fact, they just gave him the young adult Sunday school class. Oh, we pray together every day. In fact, he got a family devotional guide to use after the baby's born.
Believe me, Joe, you don't know how blessed you are.
Oh, yes, I do. Kathleen, can I tell David about you and Cliff? I mean, we can pray, and I know that God will work things out for you two.
Sure. Something has to happen. This marriage is about to drive me crazy.
It's not a drive, Kathleen. It's a short putt. I can't wait to get married.
Oh, listen to the baby of the family. We should have this discussion after you and Benjamin have been together for a while and see if either of you have experienced any personality changes.
No, Benji will never change. He told me.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, like David told me that Monday night football wasn't all that important. Huh? Don't you believe it?
Who says Monday night football isn't important? What are you all talking about anyway?
Men, Daddy, something you wouldn't know anything about.
That's pretty funny. Wasn't too long ago you weren't saying that.
Where's David?
Well, we had to take Cliff to the store. He had to get another starter for that car. The old one's shot.
In our car?
Oh, that's okay. You can use mine. Where you girls going anywhere?
Oh, Kathleen and Cynthia are going with me to the baby store. We're going to pick out something for the nursery. Oh, wow. Boy, if we don't get a move on, I think we're going to have to ask the baby's opinion.
Kathleen, I told Cliff that since he was going to take a while to get the car fixed, and maybe he should spend the night.
Okay, Dad. Thanks. Come along, girls. Let's go play mommy. Cynthia, you take notes.
How do you know when a boy likes you? I mean, really likes you.
You mean like girlfriend, boyfriend?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Well, it's kind of hard to say. They may like you a lot, but they don't want their friends to know. They'll make fun of them. But there are ways you can tell.
Yeah? Like how?
Well, if a boy likes you, he will probably spend more time around you. He may even manage to sit next to you in the auditorium or in class. He may even try to show off in front of you every once in a while.
There's a boy in my class, Jason. He's always making fun of me. Once he even rigged my locker so all my books fell out when I opened it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for boys to show their feelings. They don't want to embarrass themselves, so they embarrass you instead.
That's dumb.
Yeah, I know it's dumb, but no one ever said it was, boys had it easy to be with girls.
Daddy, guess what?
What, Joanna?
Bobby gave me his bracelet today. We're going together.
That's great. Who is he?
He's a 9th grader.
Ooh, an older man, huh? Does he go to church?
Yes, Daddy. He's so cool. He runs track after school and he asked me to go to a movie this weekend. Can I go?
Now, Joanna, you know the rule. No dating till you're 16.
But Daddy...
Now, Joanna, that's the rule. But you can have a party here at the house and invite Bobby and some of your friends.
But Daddy...
Now, Joanna, that's the rule. But no movie.
Okay.
Daddy, when did you know that you were first in love with Mommy?
Well, it's kind of hard to tell. When I first met your mommy, we were on opposite sides of an issue in debate class in college. We were so involved in proving our point, we both ended up yelling at each other. We both got a D. Then we started seeing each other more and more after class and after church. We started dating and then we got married.
Did you feel funny?
You mean like floating on a cloud or something like that?
Yeah.
Nah, that's the movies, Kathleen. Real love is more than just a dizzy spell or a stomachache. I always felt special around your mom, and I still do. It's the right kind of special, though. Someday you'll see.
I don't think so.
That's what everyone says. But someday you'll see.
Daddy, how will I know when I'm truly in love?
Oh, well, it's hard to tell. Your mind isn't always logical about things like that. But a pretty good rule is to not get in a hurry. Give it time. If it's really the right kind of love, it will last a long, long time. And with God's help, even the rest of your life.
Daddy, how will I know I found the right one?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, do you remember your Sunday school verse from last week?
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him and He will direct your path.
There's your answer. If you acknowledge God in all that you do, He will direct you to the one that He has for you. There's no way you can miss Him. God will see to it.
Daddy, what do boys want anyway?
Well, it's kind of hard to say, Kathleen. Boys at your age want some things that you don't need to give them.
What do you mean?
Well, boys at your age sometimes they just want to take advantage of you. And they will say anything. They'll say anything to get you to believe into doing whatever they want for them to get whatever they want.
Then how do you know when they're telling the truth?
Sometimes you don't. But if you feel pressured by a boy into doing something that you know is wrong, and he won't listen, Chances are he's just trying to use you. And you need to stay away from him.
Daddy, guess what? I made the drill team. Daddy, guess what? I passed my driving test on the first try. Daddy, guess what? I got an A in algebra. Daddy, can I have a slumber party for my birthday? Daddy, can I borrow the car this weekend?
Daddy, can I have some money for a new dress?
Daddy, Benji asked me to prom. Hey, Daddy, David asked me to the Sweethearts dance.
Daddy, Cliff asked me to the Christmas banquet.
Daddy, Benji gave me his ring. We're going steady. Daddy, David asked me to marry him. I'm engaged.
Daddy, I'm pregnant.
Oh, Kathleen. Kathleen.
Daddy, I'm so sorry. Daddy, I'm sorry. What am I going to do?
It's all right. I don't know. How could this have happened?
I was at Cliff's house. His parents weren't home. Daddy, I know you told me never to do that, but I did. Oh, Daddy, I'm sorry. What am I going to do?
That's all right. That's all right. Does Cliff know?
No. I haven't told him. I don't know how to tell him. Daddy, what if he doesn't want me anymore?
Honey, you've got to tell him no matter what he does. What if I know Cliff? He's a strong young man. He won't leave you. You'll see.
What about what you boys said about God's will for our life? What if Cliff's not it?
There's nothing we can do about that right now. We'll have to live it one step at a time, sweetheart.
Daddy, I'm so ashamed.
There, Daddy's here. Everything will be all right. Somehow.
Daddy. I have never liked that car. Never. I hated it the day you bought it.
I know, Kathleen. Believe me, I know.
Did you listen to me when you bought that car? No, you didn't listen to me. You told me to quit nagging you about it, and you bought it anyway.
Well, it's obvious that you didn't listen to me either.
What are you talking about?
You've nagged me ever since.
I have not.
What do you call what you're doing now?
Disgusting.
Well, I think I got everything. Starter, solenoid, battery, alternator, regulator, fusible link, and 125 air conditioning fuse. I put the stuff in your front seat.
Thanks, David. That's great. How much does it come to?
$276. And 35 cents. 35 cents was for the fuse.
I didn't bring that much cash with me. I guess I'll have to get a cash advance on my credit card.
Oh, Cliff, you know, I may have charged the limit on our card this morning when I bought Cynthia and Benjamin that toaster you wanted me to buy them.
Hey, Cliff, if you're tight,
That's okay, David. It's just a joke.
Come on, Cynthia, you're being unreasonable.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the one who said that you didn't have any sense of color coordination.
Cynthia, those colors just don't go together. They look stupid.
Oh, so now you're calling me stupid?
No, sir. I didn't say that.
Then what are you saying?
I'm saying that the placemats are the wrong color for our tablecloths. Our guests are going to take one look at them and think that you're colorblind.
Yeah, well, I don't recall having asked you, Mr. Sherwin Williams. But if it bothers you so bad, then you can find yourself someone else to marry. Some dog girl with a higher IQ who likes brown paisleys.
Cynthia! Oh. Just a little misunderstanding over placemats. Nothing to worry about, I hope.
I'll go up and see if I can do anything.
Man, I don't know if this is going to work out. I'm beginning to wonder if we should even be going through with this. I mean, if we fight over placemats.
It's okay, Ben. You're just going through some jitters. Things will calm down after the wedding. Right, Cliff?
Don't look at me. I wouldn't know. I guess she'll be all right if she doesn't Started on that God's will for her life routine.
God's will for her life? What does that mean?
I don't know. It has something to do with whether or not God wants the two of you to get married in the first place. As for me, I never had much problem with it, but Kathleen's another story. She brings it up at least once a month. Usually after some sermon she's heard at church. I think she feels I'm stifling her spirituality.
Have you talked to your pastor about it?
Her pastor. It's her pastor. I don't go to church there. And no, I haven't. It's all I can do to keep up with Kathleen on an argument like that, let alone having her pastor gang up on me too. Look, Ben, at one time I would have told you that if you love her, then marry her. And when it comes to making her happy, don't let anything stand in your way. But if she's the one that's determined to stand in the way, there's not a lot you can do to overcome that problem. At least I haven't been able to. Look, I'll see you guys later. I got to get to work on my car.
Wow. Maybe I should just run off and join the Foreign Legion.
You don't want to do that, Ben.
Why not?
Because I checked into it before I married Joanna. I hear the food is terrible. Besides, it's like I said, things will calm down. You're nervous, she's nervous. Things are bound to get a little edgy. It all goes away after the ceremony.
Yeah, but by then it'd be too late.
Oh, Ben, David, this is wonderful. I was just telling Joanna how great it would be to get a family snapshot while everyone's here for the wedding. Where are the girls?
Cynthia's upstairs with Kathleen, Mrs. Baxter. I don't think she's in much mood for a family picture right now.
Oh, nonsense. It only takes a minute to take a picture. Joanna, would you go up and get the girls? And would you go get Jonathan and Cliff? I'll stay here with the group.
Sure. Where is Mr. Baxter?
Oh, try his study first. Well, tell me, how are you holding up? Are you ready to walk down life's highway of wedded bliss?
I've had a lot of my friends ask me that question lately, Mrs. Baxter. That's the first time anybody has called it a highway of wedded bliss.
You're nervous, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not even sure Cynthia wants to go through with it now.
Why?
Oh, I made some comment about her choice for placemats and she blew up at me.
You mean you don't like pink and green on the same table?
No, it looks like something left over from the 60s. People are going to take one look at that and think that we're in an Andy Warhol picture.
Well, Cynthia's always had her own idea about color decoration, but she'll grow out of it. You two just have a bad case of nerves, and that's normal. Everybody does right before their wedding.
That's what David said.
You know, I remember when Jonathan and I got married. We had rented an apartment to move into afterwards, but I moved in a week early to get it ready. So the day came when Jonathan helped me move in, and all of our friends came to help move boxes, and we got into a terrible argument about some silly thing.
Probably over placemats.
No, it wasn't that. But I wound up crying my eyes out in the bathroom, and Jonathan stormed out of the apartment right in front of all of our friends, leaving them standing there wondering what's going on.
That must have been embarrassing.
Well, we recovered, and you will too. Oh, good. Come on, everyone, on the sofa. I promise it'll only take a minute. Let's see, Jonathan, you sit in the middle, and Joanna and Cynthia on either side of your dad. Cliff and Kathleen in back, and David and Benjamin behind your wife and fiance. I'll get the tripod.
Where are you going to stand, dear?
Well, I'm going to sit by you as soon as I get the timer set. I hope I remember how to do this. Okay. Everybody ready? Okay, here we go.
You said it right?
I did it like I always do.
This camera works about like your car.
Don't start on me, Kathleen.
Well, between me and the car, at least I can start.
Okay, just be patient. I'll see if I can't fix it.
Check the film.
Ooh, it's brand new. Watercolor ASA 200. I loaded it myself.
Well, if it has to do with color, ask Rembrandt here. He knows all there is to know about color.
Cynthia, what is with you?
Ooh, can we hurry this up a bit, please? I have to go to the bathroom and Junior here's sitting right on my bladder.
What's the matter? Try your breathing.
I don't want to breathe, David. I want to go to the bathroom. Leave me alone. You did this to me in the first place.
I'm just glad I found out before we were married and it was too late.
Found out what? That I don't like pink and green together? So sue me!
Pink and green, that is weird.
Yeah, right. Spoken by a man who drives a puke yellow Camaro with one blue fender.
Cut it out, Kathleen.
All right, that's it. I'm going to the bathroom now.
Can't you wait just a minute? Everyone will have to wait on you.
Okay, I'll tell you what. The next time you have to go to the bathroom, you sit there on the couch with a bowling ball on your bladder. And if you don't bust something, the next time I'm pregnant, I won't go to the bathroom for 9 months. Otherwise, zip it!
It's okay, David. She'll be right back. Jonathan, could you get that, please?
Hi, I'm Miriam. Hey, Charlene. We're from Masons. We're here to pick up the bubbly.
It's about time. I've got a bone to pick with you.
Harriet's foreman. Pick her bones.
I can't believe I was foolish enough to think that you were God's will for my life.
Hot, see?
What?
I told you started already.
How could you have made such a stupid mistake? What if my wife was an alcoholic?
Jonathan!
What's wrong? What is wrong with wanting to marry someone who's God's will for your life?
Nothing, just as long as you don't spend the next 6 years telling your husband that he's not it.
Well, that didn't take very long. Looks like I didn't miss anything.
Wait a minute. There's a couple bottles missing here, bud. I'm gonna have to charge you for those.
No, you don't. If it weren't for you, these wouldn't be here in the first place.
Yeah, but it's not my fault that your wife drank 2 bottles. This gal must be a real much.
Oh, wait. Wait just a minute here.
I was 19 when we got married. If you recall, it wasn't one of the more pleasant moments of our lives.
So now you don't think of God's will for your life anymore?
I don't know. I just don't know.
All our families were there. I don't recall it being all that unpleasant.
Yeah, and I walked down the aisle 3 months pregnant. Everybody knew. Everybody.
Well, if you don't, how are we supposed to find out? The wedding is this Friday. Is there anybody we can call?
Oh, that's a good one.
David,
What did I say?
Maybe we should just postpone the wedding.
Oh, postpone. Man, listen to this.
Or maybe we should just cancel it
Well,
altogether.
maybe we should.
Look, Mac, I'll take this up with my supervisor. If he says it's all right to comp the bubbly, it's all right by me. I just love weddings.
There, that ought to do it.
Look, I couldn't help it that you were 3 months pregnant.
Ho, ho, that's a good one.
I think if we all just calmed down and took a couple of deep breaths.
oh, David. Will you cut it out with the Lamaze? Good grief, you could drive a yoga instructor crazy with all this breathing stuff.
Look, I did what I thought was the right thing at the time.
You did the right thing. Well, thank you, Spike Lee. So because of that, I have to spend the rest of my life with what could very well be second best.
Kathleen.
Now listen here. I want to be sure I get credit for those 2 bottles before you leave this house.
Yeah, I am really sick of this. No, every time you do it, you're the one who drives me crazy. I don't want you to come in. I'm not kidding. It's all right.
What's wrong? What's the matter?
Joanna, are you all right?
I think it's time.
Time?
Time! Our son is about to arrive. Oh, wonderful!
Now? Here? In the living room?
If you don't get me to a hospital real soon, the probability increases exponentially with every second.
Now hold on just a minute. I'm a delivery woman and I can take care of this. Lots of towels. This I gotta say.
You stay away from me! You can't even deliver champagne to the right address! Wow!
Breathe, Joe, breathe!
I don't want to breathe! Get me to the hospital now!
David, you and Kathleen get into the car. Cynthia, go upstairs, get her a rope in your mother's closet, get my coat.
Okay, Daddy.
I'm gonna go too. I want to get a picture in the delivery.
Forget it!
Benjamin, go on the phone, call St. Joseph's Hospital, tell them Joanna's on the way. They'll call a doctor.
Right.
Cliff, come move your antique out from in front of the driveway. You're blocking David's car.
I can't. It won't start. You know that.
Then roll it out.
It's up on blocks. I need to get underneath it.
Oh, Cliff!
Well, what about our car?
It's in front of David's.
I keep telling you, all I need are a couple towels.
You come near me, and you'll be delivering yourself to the morgue!
Okay? Forget the towels.
We'll be right there.
Oh, Benjamin, can we use your car?
Oh, sure, but I gotta warn you, it's kind of small.
Does it run?
Yeah.
It'll do. Come on, Joe.
I'll go move my car.
Daddy, where is everyone going?
Oh, we're going to take Joanna to the hospital in Benjamin's car.
Benji's car, he has a Yugo!
Oh, I know.
Mr. Baxter, we got a problem.
What is it?
Joanna won't fit in my car.
See, we gotta go help Cliff get his car off the blocks. We may have to wait till we get it down. Then again, maybe not.
I keep telling you, all I need are a couple of towels. And some hot water.
No towels.
Daddy, what are we gonna do?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, listen, is that your step van out in the driveway?
Yeah, what
Let me
about
have
it?
the keys.
Now hold on just a minute. That's a commercial vehicle and not just anybody can drive it.
Oh, no. I'm not going to the hospital, but back in Mason's delivery truck.
I don't think we have any other alternative.
Yes, we do. We could call a cab.
Joanna, by the time it arrived, 2 of us would get in here and 3 of us would get out of the emergency room.
Oh, okay. But Mom better not take any pictures.
Can you get us to St. Joseph's Hospital?
No problem.
Oh,
Okay, good.
great.
Okay.
Knowing her, I'll probably wind up in a nursing home.
Well, at least I got plenty of towels in nursing homes. I got some lampshades in the back I'll have to move. But I think there's enough room on top of the Persian rug.
Okay, Cynthia, you and Benjamin follow in his car. Okay.
It's still gonna be a while before Cliff gets his car moved. What's going on? Joanna's going to the hospital in a delivery truck. Man, this ought to be good. I hope we don't wind up at the veterinarian's hospital by mistake. Joanna will have a cow. Joanna having a cow at the veterinarian's hospital. Oh, that's so funny.
Jonathan, I made some sandwiches. Now, what's going on?
Okay, we're all going together in the delivery van to the hospital. And Cynthia and Ben's gonna follow in the car.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but it's gonna be like a madhouse. A delivery van going 70 miles an hour, 7 crazy people in the back, a woman in labor being followed by 2 people in a Yugo. I hope we don't get stopped by the policeman.
Oh, it's all right, dear. If we do, we'll just tell them we're Shriners.
Yeah. Okay, Jim, yeah, it's a deal. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably bring it by early next week. Yeah, check's fine. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Congratulations, Cliff. You're an uncle. David here had a 9-pound, 10-ounce baby boy.
Hey, congratulations, David. Look pretty good for having just given birth.
Yeah, well, Joanna did most of the work.
How'd you guys get home?
Oh, Benjamin brought us. He had to go back for a second load. Listen, David, I'm going to call it a night. If the phone rings and it's for me, don't be afraid to wake me up.
Sure, Mr. Baxter. Thanks.
Mr. Baxter, about the phone call, I had to call home about something. If you'll just tell me what the charge is, I'll pay for it.
That's all right. Don't worry about it, Cliff. Everything's okay at home, I hope.
Just a business call.
That's all right. Don't worry about it. See you guys later. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Baxter. See, that was pretty quick. You've only been gone 3 hours. Took Kathleen nearly 11 on her first one.
Joanna had to have a cesarean.
Oh, she did, huh?
Yeah, the baby never turned. I can't understand it. Joanna and I prayed for a natural delivery. I paid every bill up front so we wouldn't owe anyone we left. And after this, I'll owe as much in extra bills as I've already paid. Got nowhere.
Yeah, hospital bills can be tough. It took me 2 whole years to pay out Kathleen's little maternity visit. She had hers naturally. 2
years?
Yep. Made a payment every month for 2 whole years. Thought we'd never get little Nathan paid for. Had to do without a lot of stuff.
Man, a lot of good all that praying did. You know, Joanna and I read a book last year about how if 2 or 3 agree in prayer concerning anything, that God will give it to them. So ever since we found out Joanna was pregnant, we've been praying for a natural delivery without any complications. First thing you know, Joanna has to have a cesarean. What a waste of time.
You like to play ball?
Sure, I suppose so. Why do you ask?
Nathan and I like to play catch on Saturdays. I'm trying to teach him how to throw a curveball, but he keeps putting his finger on the seams in the wrong place.
Yeah?
I took him to his first game at Wrigley Field last summer. I sure miss the guy when he's not around. You'll see what I mean someday.
Sure, I suppose so.
They sure grow up fast, though. They can outgrow shoes, shirts. They go through a new pair of pants in less than a week.
Yeah. So I've heard.
You know, it's amazing. I can remember how I felt when I saw Nathan's first step. When I heard his first word, his first Christmas, the first time he saw a real dog. But you know what's funny, David?
What's funny?
I don't recall much about all those hospital payments, except one thing.
What's that?
I recall how glad I was to make the last one, and how at the time it seemed a cheap price to pay for a healthy son, and I would have paid a whole lot more. Look, I don't know anything about the book you read, and it's been a long time since I've been to church, but it seems to me that if your wife is safe and you have a healthy son, then maybe all those prayers weren't such a waste of time after all. And if all you're out is a little bit of money, then I would say you got the better part of the deal. Now let me ask you something.
Sure, shoot.
How do you and Joanna get along so well? I mean, does she ever pull any of that God's will stuff on you?
No, not really. But then we've always felt that it's God's will for us to be together.
Oh, great. Maybe Kathleen's right after all.
I don't know, Cliff. I've always felt that no matter how 2 people wind up together, once the vows are said, God is kind of on their side, you know? That's the one thing I am sure of. God hopes the best for our future, no matter what's happened in our past.
Yeah? Well, looks like divorce may be in my future.
Oh, has Kathleen said anything?
No, not directly, but we can't go on like this. I can't go on like this. If something doesn't happen quick, we're going to destroy each other.
What's the real problem?
Well, that shouldn't be too hard to figure out. I got her pregnant just after we graduated. We had to get married that fall. She felt like she let her parents down, especially her father. She never forgave herself, and she never let me forget it. That's why I hate to come here. The fights are always worse when we do.
Man, that's tough, Cliff. I wish I knew what to tell you.
I wish I knew what to tell Kathleen. I do love her. I think. And I know I love Nathan. It sure would be hard to leave him. Man, I'm hungry. Let's go see what's in the kitchen.
You're on. Let's go.
By the way, I got my car running.
I noticed it was moved.
You should have seen Joanna's face when I snuck around the corner of the building and got a picture of her trying to breathe. It was classic.
Well, I want an 8x10 glossy of it when you get it developed.
Sure, but why?
So I can show it to her the next time she brings up those labor pictures you took of me.
Oh, you girls.
Hey, Mom. Mom,
Yeah.
sit down. Can I talk to you a minute?
Well, sure. What about?
It's about Cliff. And me.
Okay.
Mom, I know how much it hurt you and Dad when I had to get married.
Look, Kathleen.
No, Mom, just wait a minute. Let me finish. I know it was stupid. And it went against everything that you and Dad ever taught me, and I've had to pay for it ever since. Except for Nathan, nothing good has come from that one mistake I made.
Kathleen, I don't agree with that.
Mom, it hasn't. I have spent the last 6 years of my life paying for one night's mistake. I can't do it anymore, Mom. I'm going to ask Cliff for a divorce.
Oh, Kathleen.
Mom, really, it'll be better for both of us. He hasn't been very happy either. Part of that's my fault, I know, but why keep punishing ourselves over this for the rest of our lives?
But what about Nathan? Cliff is his father.
Don't I know that? Oh, it'll hurt Nathan terribly, but I doubt that it'll make any difference to Cliff.
Who are you to tell me how I feel towards my own son?
Cliff, I didn't know you were standing there.
Obviously. What are you planning to do, to steal Nathan away in the middle of the night?
He's my son too, Cliff. There's no stealing involved here.
That's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
Okay, Kathleen, Cliff, I think that...
I think I'll drive down to the hospital. I'll see all of you later, okay?
Now answer my question. What are we going to do? Just take my son and walk out on me?
No, I plan to tell you, but you're not in a position to take care of a 6-year-old boy.
Oh, and you are? Where are you planning to go?
For a while, I'll stay here with Mom and Dad.
What?
It'll just be for a while, Mom, just until I can get a job.
What are you going to do?
How about the complaint department at Mason's? They can always use a return clerk with an attitude down there.
Now, Cliff.
How about a movie critic? They never have anything good to say and they get paid for slashing up other people's work.
Stop it, Cliff.
Or you could go back to school and become a court judge and send people to the electric chair.
Cliff!
What's the charge, bailiff? The man made a mistake with his girlfriend, Your Honor.
Shut up, Cliff.
Is he God's will for her life? No, Your Honor. Guilty as charged. I sentence this man to immediate death.
Shut up! Shut up! I hate you. I wish I'd never married you.
I know that. You told me every day for the last 6 years.
What's going on down here?
Sorry, Daddy. Didn't mean to wake you.
Jonathan, please come here. We have a problem.
What is it?
Kathleen wants a divorce from Cliff.
Kathleen, is this true? Why?
It's just not working, Daddy. Cliff and I fight all the time. I'm tired of living with a mistake.
Mistake? So now I'm not even a person anymore. Now I'm a mistake.
I want to get on with my life. I'm still young. There's still time to salvage something.
Kathleen? Cliff, sit down. How long have you been fighting like this?
It'd be easier to count the days we haven't fought.
Daddy, you remember how you told us when we were younger to wait on God? That if we waited and were faithful, that God would bring us the right man to marry.
I remember.
Well, I didn't wait. I got in trouble. I embarrassed you and Mom. And I missed God's best for my life. And frankly, Cliff missed God's best for his life, too. The only reason he married
I say.
What do you say now? Why did you marry my daughter?
I was trying to be responsible for my actions.
See?
That's not everything. Part of me wanted to marry you, and part of me was scared to death. Part of me wanted to stay, and part of me wanted to run.
That's a lot of parts.
What do you want from me, Kathleen? I couldn't see the future then any more than I can now. Okay, I wondered what I was giving up to marry you. I was 19. I gave up college for you. 1 month before we got married, I watched my best friend leave for Indiana State to become a computer programmer.
I've heard this story.
Yeah? I send guys back now with a fat paycheck and a completely restored 68 Firebird.
Really? Is it a 400?
Yeah. Candy apple red with factory air.
Oh, sweet.
Jonathan!
I'm sorry, go on, Chris.
That's about it. He went off to college. I stayed home. He has a classic car. I have a wife and a kid.
I thought you two were doing fine financially.
I guess so, but my job's nothing to get excited about.
Yeah, but Cliff, it pays the bills.
I'm a mobile home salesman. How many of your high school friends put that down as a goal on career day?
So, to soothe your ego, you decided to buy a ratty old Camaro.
Yes. No, that's not all of it. Okay, I admit I was green over that Firebird. Until Nathan and I went to that game at Wrigley Field. We sat behind left field.
I remember that.
You should. It's the same day that Sammy Sosa knocked a grand slam home run right into Nathan's mitt. The look on his face made me realize that I had some things worthwhile in my life after all.
He talked about that game for a month.
So did I. The guys at work still can't believe it, and they've seen the ball.
So when did you get the ratty old Camaro?
Ellen.
I got it after Kathleen spent the better part of the next 2 days nagging me about coming home 2 hours late from the ball game. It made me mad, so I bought the car.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to blame all of this on me?
Just the part you're responsible for.
Sounds like most of it to listen to you tell it. Why don't you tell them where the money for that car came from? Don't remember? Well, I do. You used the money that we were saving to buy a new washer and dryer.
We got a washer and dryer.
Yeah, thanks to your mom, we got our old set. But that's not the point. You're avoiding the real reason why you married me in the first place.
Oh yeah, and why was that?
You married me because you felt guilty because you got me, what did you call it? Knocked up?
That's not true!
Yes, it is! Remember that night at your parents' house? Nobody's home, you said. No one will know, you said. And when I kept trying to stop you, what did you tell me then?
I don't remember.
I do. You said that if I really loved you, I would. And so I did. And do you know why? Because I really loved you. How much more stupid could I have been?
Okay, Kath, I remember now.
I woke up in my own room the next day, afraid to come out of my room. I was afraid someone would know I wasn't a virgin anymore just by looking at me. You said it would make us feel closer together. I have never felt so alone in my life. And on our wedding night, you remember what you said then?
That's enough!
You said, well, at least it's legal. Legal! At least it's legal! You fell asleep watching television while I sat in the bathroom crying!
Good grief, Kathleen! I said I'm sorry then, and I say it every time this fight comes up. What do you want me to do?
Go away! Just go away! I don't want to live with this anymore! Oh, Daddy.
It's old news. It's long in the past.
I knew you must have hated me for embarrassing you like that.
Kathleen, you never embarrassed me. I was a little disappointed and surprised, but I never hated you for what happened.
I always wanted to have a home and a family like when you and Mom came home.
Honey, there's nothing stopping you. It just takes a lot of work, that's all.
That's not what I mean, Mom. You and Dad, you belong together. I always used you as an example for what my life would be like once God brought the man He had for me.
Ellen, it's time we take care of this situation once and for all.
Mom, what are you doing?
Kathleen, she's going to show you how the grace of God works.
Kathleen, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And how long have your father and I been married?
25 years. It'll be 26 years in 2 months.
That's not exactly right, dear. It'll be 25 years in 2 months, not 26 years. Look at this marriage certificate.
Mom, what are you trying to tell me?
That my dress was a little snug when I walked down the aisle to marry your father.
You were? You?
Pregnant. You can say it, Kathleen.
Mom, you never said anything.
We all deal with our shame in different ways. I chose to hide mine. But honey, you're wearing yours on your sleeve.
Kathleen, it was 1969, and all of our friends were wrapped up in that free love propaganda that was so popular back then, and we weren't very good Christians at that time. Frankly, we just gave in to the lie.
How could you keep this from us all these years?
What would it have changed? We made a mistake. We were trying to make the best of it.
What we wanted you to see was not how we failed, but how God succeeded. I loved your mother, and getting married under those circumstances just about destroyed both of us.
I hear that.
We had to make a choice. We had to decide whether or not we were going to make it work. We decided to make it work.
How did you do that?
Well, we faced the fact that we were two pretty stupid people. We told God that we were two pretty stupid people, and we asked Him to forgive us. Then we just started doing what we thought that God would want us to do.
But what'd you start doing?
Well, first of all, we stopped blaming each other for what had happened.
I stopped yelling at your father all the time.
And I stopped ignoring your mother.
We forgave each other and ourselves for what we did.
We literally put it behind us, and we got on with our life. Going to church was a big part of that.
Oh, man. There is no way that I can go to church just so I can be reminded every week that I'm not God's will for her life.
Cliff, you missed the point. When Ellen and I committed ourselves to our marriage, we were God's will for our life. Just like you and Kathleen are now. And going to church should be a reminder of that. When we accepted that, it was a whole lot easier for us to handle all the challenges we had to face later.
What challenges?
The challenges of raising 3 daughters not to make the same mistake we did.
The reason why I was disappointed wasn't because of what you did. It was because of what I did. And then I thought that my actions was a big part of what happened to you, that I had failed you.
Oh, Daddy. You could never, never fail me, Daddy.
What you two have to decide now is whether or not you're going to give your relationship a chance. That's something we can't do for you.
I know. Kathleen, we need to talk. Can we go for a ride?
Yeah, I guess so.
You need my keys?
No, I got my car running. We can take the ratty old Camaro.
Wonderful. I still don't like that car.
Well, you don't have to worry about that much longer. I sold it.
You sold it.
Yeah, Jim's been bugging me at work to buy it, so when I got it running, I called him and I sold it to him. Figured I could use the peace and quiet around the house.
Well, you may find that you get more than just peace and quiet.
Looks like Cynthia and Ben have made up.
Well, I have to go now, Benji.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you're going to be on time for the wedding?
Yeah.
And then we'll go on a honeymoon.
Yeah.
Good night, Benji. Dream about me.
Yeah. Gotta go.
We'll be back later. Mr. and Mrs. Baxter, I did love Kathleen when we got married, and I still do.
Well, what do you think?
I think we're very, very fortunate.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's go to bed.
Oh, Jonathan, you animal.
Hi, Joanna. What's wrong? My favorite doll. The head fell off and I can't get it to go on again.
Here, let me see. Wow, it's really broken. How'd you do it?
I don't know. I was just playing with it and it broke. It was an accident.
I know. Let's take it to Dad. He can fix it.
You think so?
Yeah, he can fix anything.
Wait a minute. We need to do this right.
Oh, but we're not even gonna live here.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to get some practice.
Oh, it was a wonderful ceremony. I cried through the whole thing.
You cried after you did the Little Mermaid.
I know, but I just love weddings, that's all. Where's David and Joanna? Oh,
Right here, Grandma. Mother's moving kind of slow since her sudden weight loss.
David, don't talk about your son that way.
oh, let me see little Jonathan David. He's so precious.
Little, I'd hardly call 9 pounds, 10 ounces little. He's going to play pro ball, I just know it.
Looks like he could do. You better start teaching him how to pitch early.
Thanks, Cliff, I will.
I think he looks like Joanna.
Cynthia, we need to hurry and change our clothes.
Oh yeah, they're playing. My clothes are upstairs. Well, aren't you coming?
Oh, yeah.
Where are they going?
Puerto Vallarta. Oh, I hope it doesn't rain while they're there.
I wouldn't worry about that. They'll never notice.
Well, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna go see what's in the kitchen.
You got some more of that non-alcoholic champagne?
No. I'm gonna have a clear a Canadian thank you. Does anybody else want anything?
Yeah, I'll have one, thanks.
I'll give you a hand, dear.
Oh, Joanna, can I hold him? Oh, he's so perfect.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yes.
God truly did bless us big time.
What about that book you were telling me about?
Well, I know there's truth in it, and I intend to spend more time learning about it, but for now I owe you for setting me straight about my son.
What do you mean?
Well, last night in the hospital, I was thinking about what you said, and while I was holding my son, I put my finger right up against his chin, and you know what he did?
What?
He reached out and grabbed it with a grip that would choke a horse.
Baby's just a baby.
Well, okay, a little horse. But the point is, I realized that you were right. Joanna and I prayed for a natural delivery, and I prayed that God would protect my wife and have a healthy baby. And I got more than I could have ever have imagined. For now, that's good enough for me.
Well, just remember, eye has not seen nor has ear heard what God has prepared for those who love Him. It hasn't been that long. By the way, David, Kathleen and I wanted you and Joanna to have this. It's to help with the hospital bills.
Wow, Cliff, this is too much. We can't take this.
Yes, you can, and I hope you will. Kathleen and I discussed it, and since we weren't able to do much for when you got married the first time, I wanted to make up for it.
But we really enjoy the toaster.
We know, but please, take this from us. We want to help.
But how can you afford this?
I sold my Camaro. We want you to have some of the money. We gave Ben and Cynthia a check, too. Just don't deposit till next week, okay?
Okay.
Okay, children, help yourself.
So, Cliff, when do you have to leave to go back?
Well,
Cliff and I are going back tomorrow.
Oh.
Together.
Together?
Yeah. Mom and Dad, I just want to say thanks for putting up with Cliff and me this week.
Kathleen.
No, it was no secret that we've been having problems, but thanks to you, we think maybe we can work them out. And because of that, I want to announce that I'm going to have another baby.
Okay. That's wonderful. I didn't even know you were pregnant.
I'm not.
Well, before
Kathleen,
then, we'll have
I
to...
know we decided to stop living in the past, but
Well, it's the best way I know to start thinking about our future. Besides, it may not be as easy for me to get pregnant this time as it was the first time. This could take a lot of work.
Well, before then, we'll have to get a video camera for Mom for in the delivery room.
Joanna!
Don't worry, dear. I much prefer Snapshots. Remember Paul Simon's song, Kodachrome?
Who?
Everything looks worse in black and white.
Paul Simon?
Boy, you guys are ancient.
Well, oh, ancient one, do you think you can get the door?
I think so, dear. Well, hello, girls. What brings you here this time of night?
Well, me and Charlene were just on our way home and we had one more delivery to make for the boss. Here it is.
What's this?
Well, it's an invoice for that non-alcoholic bubbly. Pay particular attention to the last line there where it says total charges.
It says paid in full.
What?
Well, Mr. Mason figured it was the least he could do considering the circumstances.
Well, you tell Mr. Mason for us that was a very nice thing of him to do.
We sure will, Mrs. Baxter. He'll be glad to hear it. Go ahead, Harriet, you're foreman. Yeah. Well, we also had a little gift of our own for the little one there.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you. Joanna, Charlene and Harriet have a gift for the baby.
Yeah, seems how he's probably the most exciting delivery we ever made. Got him this little get up here. Hope you don't mind. describe, but we didn't know what you're gonna call.
That's very sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Charlene has something for him too.
Yeah, seems how you have a new little one and all, I thought this might come in handy.
Oh, towels. How nice.
Next time you're pregnant, don't leave home without him.
Oh, special delivery.
So this is the fella who got me that speed ticket.
Oh, say, listen, we're really very sorry about that.
Don't be. Cop was all ready to let her off till Harriet backs the truck right into the squad car when we was trying to...
Well, we're ready, everyone.
Oh, I'm sure you'll have a great time in Puerto Vallarta.
Ben, what's the matter? You look a little flushed there, brother-in-law. Ben, are you okay?
Oh, yeah. Everything's okay.
I just showed him the 90 I bought for our honeymoon.
Okay, well, before you leave, this time I want to get a real family snapshot. Everybody on the couch, and take the places you were in before. I'll get the camera. Everybody ready?
Well, we better get going.
Oh, no, you'll do no such thing. You're here, so you're going to be in the picture.
Well, I guess that's all right. Don't think Mr. Mason would mind. What do you think, Charlene? Well, okay by me, as long as you get my good side.
Okay, Charlene, you get on one side, and Harriet get on the other. Okay, is everyone ready?
This doesn't take as long as last
Trust
time.
me, it won't.
I just thought of something. What is it, Cynthia? What happens when we grow up and get married? Will we still be sisters? Well, you took the sister's oath, didn't you? Yeah. Well, that means no matter what happens, we'll always be sisters. I'm glad. Why, Cynthia? Because I like being your sister, and I don't ever want to have to get new ones. Me neither. Me neither. Come on, let's go get a Slurpee. Okay.
That's not bad. I mean, Cynthia. Looks like I just have one leg.
Look at Charlene.
Oh,
my goodness.
yeah, Pip is letting Cliff pat it.
Mark, his moment.
Hi.
Yes, the big
goodbye.
wave.
I
The
do
big
believe
wave.
Benjamin did that.
Benjamin, his moment.
There I am, one-legged again.
Benji, are you mad at me?
No,
That's a good picture of you.
my hair's all messed up.
No, wait a minute. This is a little more dignified, don't you think?
Oh, that's a better one. Oh, I like the lighting in
Oh,
that
no,
one.
this has got it, guys. That's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mom, what are you doing?
Goodness.
Mom, what are you doing?
Good one, Harriet.
That's a good one.
Colleen,
That's
you
a
doing
good
that
one.
one.
Oh,
Yeah,
let's make sure the top of our heads don't have lice in them.
It really is losing it, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, there they are. Color coordinated.
Cliff, you look so handsome.
Hey, check it out. Check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Mom and Dad.
It's Ed McMahon in Star Search.
Oh gosh, here's the baby. There's the baby.
Look at that baby. She's dropping him. I'm trying to catch him.
Here's the baby.
Probably because he's big as a horse.
9 pounds, 10 ounces.
Oh, really?
Oh gosh, oh, here's the best. Here's the best right there.
Yay! Oh, the lovey-dovey underwear. I remember that. Boy, was your face red, Dad.
What a Valentine's Day.
Okay.
That one's blurry.
And here we go on our
Mama.
best. Our very best.
Well, Mom, you look great in that.
Oh, Charlene's
Yes.
moment.
I'm looking at the director.
I got my eyes closed.
Look at that.
Again.
Okay, what have we got?
Stand out red in the
Okay.
middle.
Here we go.
Oh, yay, Mom.
That's a good picture, Mom.
What was so funny?
I'm laughing at one of Bert's jokes.
Her mouth open as
How long ago did you have your tonsils removed?
I think this one looks best.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. I like that one.
That's a nice
We ought to have
period.
it.
There you go. I believe that's
I
a
only have
Yeah,
one
that's the
leg.
best one
We
yet.
ought to have an 8 by 10.
I'll give you some of mine.
8 by 10 would look
I want an
great,
8 by 10 glossy.
Harriet's standing awful close to Benji.
Well, you don't have any of those of me in labor in there, do you? You better keep them out.
No.
No, I don't.
I don't
Saw
see
that.
any.